Hi there, my name is Happy, and I want to know if you are a fan of things that go bump in the night. I just got this new book, Fairy Nightmares, and I'm a fan of gory and scary and gruesome sorts of things. And this book is amazing. So it's by Shelley Carroll. It just came out sometime in 2025. And it is a Demon Fae coloring book. This is one of the prettiest and neatest sets of images that I've seen. And I think that I would like to start doing like a Gore of the Month club, where I color something from one of my 2 Mythogoria books or from a mythographic book that has some sort of gory elements to it. Look at these mushrooms. They've got teeth on them. I think that's awesome. Like, apparently they have eyes too, but their noses are under here, their teeth. There's some sort of swirly background. It's great. Looks like they got some slugs on them. Perfect. Here we have a floating castle with some ravens and stuff. This one, raven skulls. That's great. Anyway, if you are interested in joining me in a Gore of the Month kind of thing, let me know, which books you might have, and I'm gonna probably use the themes from other people's stuff, just so I don't have to pick what to pick out. So like for this month, I know that it was like bunnies, umbrellas, and something else. This rat. Awesome. And the walls have eyes. These guys here are really cool. There's a bunch of them. There's 3 of them. 4 of them. The more you look, the more things you see in here. And there's things in here that I have never seen before in any of the coloring books that I have. So these are flowers that seem to be having faces. So in my opinion, things with skulls or skeletons or bones, that could be a gory sort of thing. You can also make things into gore that aren't gore. I really like this one. I have it marked because I like the hands coming out of the mirror and the little plants or something that have skulls on their head. And we've got this fairy here like communing with the mirror. I think that it's really neat. And the butterfly wings. We have some sort of a mermaid type thing riding on a fish. Here's some like horned toads. Oh, frogs. Frogs was another thing, I think. I think it was bunnies, frogs, and umbrellas. So this would also be a good one, I suppose. But these flowers have eyeballs in them. I think that's awesome. This fairy looks very rock, like heavy metal kind of thing here. Here we have a fairy trapped in a jar with a dead fairy and a bunch of wings and eyeballs and things hanging in other jars. I really liked this one too. Something about the face and it spreading out like this, and her wings look kind of transparent, and she's blowing viruses out of her mouth with her fingers there. It's like, yeah. And here we have this creature with this horns and the big teeth, and he's gonna eat a baby fairy here, or maybe it's a full-size fairy. I don't know, but I think that's... I had a hard time picking what was my favorite out of here. This guy's hilarious. He's obviously mad, and he has coins coming out of his pockets everywhere, and he's like in front of a 24-hour clock face or something, and yeah, it's just really neat. And here we have all these little fairies with different sorts of faces in the skull here. It's like they live and they're just playing here in this skull. Really neat. I like how this guy's got weird ears and he's doing something on some sort of a magic box, and he's just like us. He has to use a magnifier to look in really close. This one with the spiders. The spiders are amazing, and the spider web. And then we have this lady spider here. It looks like there's maybe some like Venus flytraps that are getting the spiders. I don't know. Here we have a bunch of different shells, and the fairies are hatching out of the shells. And it's like they have worms. Maybe it's their first food. I don't know. This is so flowy, and we have these like heads here. Is like she like a Mother Nature kind of thing, and I don't know. Here we have a fairy in love with like a tree fairy, like those dryads or something like that. That's so neat. And she's got birds living in her. I like this werewolf kind of creature going after the fairies living in the tree. And the expressions on their faces. These guys are annoyed. This one's a little scared and that one's hiding. This one here where it's like you can't tell if the dragon is different than the dragon woman. So cool. And they have a woman here with their hair going down into the water, and this little murky creature here. I love them. Cyclops baby is just awesome. So there's Cyclops baby in here. And then there's all these like spooky little faces looking over Cyclops baby. This is like Pan with a flute with his rat friends in front of the moon. Oh, I loved this one. This tree, like, its wide open mouth, and it's like a cherry tree. It's got cherry blossoms on it, and it's like gonna stomp out this snake. So fun. Eyeball head lady. She's got a little bit of Groot type face going on here, but she's in an orchid. Looks like. There's some aphids. This skull with the moth wings and the moths on here with the flowers. I just don't want gore and nightmare and creepy stuff to be only an October thing. And so that's why I'm proposing a gore of the month thing. I feel bad for this one. She's missing a wing here. I'm assuming she, but I guess it doesn't have to be a she. This one here, so cool. Here we have some very normal, like blackberries or something, and then this troll-like creature coming out of the blackberries, going after this creature here. I love her on her throne with her millipedes. We were in the basement for tornadoes last night, and the millipedes were coming alive down there. My kid was like, what should we do with them? I'm like, just leave them alone. These are interesting flowers. They have one big piece of pollen. We have this building that's overcome by trees, or maybe it's part of the trees. Another creature I've never seen anything like before. Some sort of butterfly flower kind of thing, butterflower. Here, I think this is an interesting way to maybe make a dandelion type thing. I love her dandelion head here, and her hair is like the little bits that come underneath the dandelion. We have those big bugs on her. And we just have your typical creepy castle. You know, they all are kind of creepy, actually. These guys with their tongues. It's hilarious. This troll is just so weird shaped because we have a leg here, but it's a Jack and the Beanstalk kind of thing. We have some beans. I don't know if this is two separate creatures or the same creature with one head on one's facing one way and another head facing the other way, but they're both beautiful. I love this character. And I love this character. I know some people are really creeped out by that kind of thing there. I don't know if it's fish eggs. I don't know if it's slimy. It's going to be so fun to color. I mean, look at all her wings and her arms. Oh, so amazing. And this is like, wow. Lightning bug kind of thing. So this could be so perfectly glowy. Oh, I can't wait to color it. This gorgeous butterfly kind of woman, but these butterflies have spines and skulls. So that's the end of that book. I will be picking something out of it. Now, the other one that I have, and I'm not going to flip through it, for Mythogoria is this Gory Underworld, Alessandro Valdricci. I got it when it first came out, 2022, whenever it first came out. And I've only colored like one page a year in it. And I don't know why I'm holding off so much. I know that this is not one of the favorites of people who have these series. I don't ever even see it really recommended. I think that the opinions that I heard was that it went too far and it was too scary and gory. I really like it. In fact, there were others that came out that I had a choice of at the time, and I preferred this one. So I did do this one in 2024. Took me a long time. I started on it very early and then just finished it up later. And I put a tempera paint stick around the border of it, and I may do that with some more of these in here. I did this one in 2023, which also I don't feel is over the top gory or disgusting or creepy or weird. So I did this one in October of 2023, and then I did this one in October of 2022, but I finished it right after the Halloween. And again, it's just some statues at night. What I'm doing right now for the mythographic, like bunny, is the one with the bunny head on the woman. And again, I mean, it's got some creepy stuff and some gory stuff because there's obviously blood splatter here. But it is an old house, but it's not that bad. So this is one of the ones that I just started last night, just because I want to do some more stuff in these books. So that will be at least one gore of the month kind of thing that I'm going to do. Now, I did get another, well, actually I can look through here, and this one is Magical Earth. This one has a frog in it, but obviously this is kind of gory and creepy too, where we have these drippy sort of spider webs, and we have somebody trapped in a bottle. So that is definitely kind of a frightful situation. That one is not. That one's for Umbrella. This one's also for Umbrella. And this one has a bunny on it, but it also has skeletons. And so that is, the skeleton here can also be a gory or creepy sort of thing. So I feel like, you know, at least 2 out of the 4 that I picked out of Magical Earth have some aspect of gore to them. And so once you start looking through these, it's easy to see how there are other pages in some of these mythographic books that also are kind of gory. Oh, I need to undo that one. I haven't looked through this one again, but I'm sure we could find some things that are kind of like really kind of creepy, or like this is kind of creepy. And I know this is a Mardi Gras thing, but Mardi Gras masks are kind of creepy. So creepy, gory, fits in with that. These, especially with this guy and these angry masks here, that could be considered kind of scary. Not everything, of course, but I just really want to do, like, there's this creepy smiley face guy here. Actually, I really like this one because of the tulips. Oh, I'm going to give it a mark. Because I can turn that into something kind of creepy too, with this weird, like, sweet element in the front. Snakes. Some people really don't like snakes. Can make that dark and stormy night the other way. We have the sugar skulls here as well, so associated with death, even though we wouldn't necessarily say that they're a creepy kind of thing, but if you know what I mean. I'm not trying to put that kind of thing down. I really enjoy cultures different than mine, so I mean, here we have the antlers are all weird on the moose there. It's definitely not normal growth. So much going on in that one. Which we have like these 5-headed dragon thingies, or 4-headed. Very surreal landscape going on there. There's a lot of really surreal landscapes in here. Again, we got a bunch of creepy kind of masks. So yeah, you can definitely put some gore or creepy or something into any of the books. But I did get another new book, and I got the Fantasy Nightmares for my birthday, and I also got Fantasy Forest. And this one's also a 2025 book. I don't know exactly when. Yeah, first edition 2025. But it came for my birthday, and Fantasy Forest. Actually, I don't know if there's anything creepy. I wasn't really looking, but there are some really neat images in here too. I like all of this stuff in here. We have the wolves that are part of the forest. And I think it's kind of neat how the deer babies are in her antlers. I mean, a giant, either a little tiny village or a giant worm. Either way, could be kind of creepy. These guys, okay, yeah. So these guys are weird. They are like, look like their tails are farting gas, and then they have the lights coming out their forehead. So I have these guys marked because they are creepy. Here we have the foxes with their tails going into the water. Our jackalope craziness here. This dog with a unicorn horn. Little tiny fairy houses are cute. Oh, I really liked this one. I had it picked. Next week is National Libraries Week in the United States, and so I like how the butterflies are the pages of books, and there's books here, so I didn't find that one creepy. Very just imaginative. And then we have this owl with lots of keys to boxes, rainbow trees. I love the Rainbow Realms book. Here we have an umbrella that is part of a plant, and this girl's feet are like part of the water. And she's maybe underwater because she's got those jellyfish. Don't know. This was neat too, where this creature here is part of the flame of the candle. There's a lot of candles in the forest. I guess that could be very, very scary, having flames in a forest. And we have a big mushroom man. I like this bear with his antlers hugging this fairy here. I think that's very sweet. This one is creepy because her face is completely covered in plants and you can't tell like what her actual body is. So maybe it's like her arms are here holding a seed. Maybe it's a plant with a face. I don't know, but that's definitely on the creepy side. Actually, this one creeps me out too, which is fine. I like creepy, so I'm not saying I wouldn't color it. I'm just saying it could be a little creepy. These gears in the tree, this reminds me of the magicians for some reason. And this girl, is she in a forest? Like, this seems like a nightmare too, like some sort of weird dream kind of thing. She's walking through the forest, but there's like fish swimming above her head. These birds, do they live in buildings that are part of the tree, or are there people living there? Do they speak a language made out of worms? I don't know. I like the pine cones. I love pine cones. Here's another frog, and it's got tadpole babies swimming around it in the air, I guess? I don't know. And this tree growing out of its back. Maybe it's like a bonsai. I like the elephant heads here. Fabiana Attanasio does a lot of bubble stuff, and I may, yeah, see here's some more. I may just ignore the bubbles. This one's kind of neat. That seems like a cool fantasy forest thing. And this little mouse is actually really cute. This is kind of neat. It's like a robot-y kind of rock. But also, that would be really freaking scary if the forest woke up and started coming near you. This guy's eyes freak me out. So, again, he's half dead. He's like a zombie sort of hedgehog, and he's got fungus growing out of his back, and he's got those weird eyes. So, you know, I still feel like that was really creepy, kind of gory kind of thing. The bees with their bags of honey. These birds, like, what are you looking at? Why are you looking at me? What are you doing? Yeah. Not creepy at all. And those, what are those? So it just does, like, I like the pictures, and don't get me wrong, but there's so much bizarre going on. That's fine. It's like a hippogriff or something. Then there's this weird creature here. Is it like flowing through some sort of a river or something? I don't know. It's got the plants on its head. Yeah, if you don't think that some of these books are kind of gory and weird and creepy and enjoy that, then what are you doing with the books? This creature, I don't know how she copes. She, like, her arms are like roots going down into the water, and these plants here are like barfing water out of them. Interesting peacock. I think this one's really sweet. I like this one. I don't have anything creepy to say about it. I actually like this one too. And then on the cover were these gnomes here, and I thought, oh, there's going to be more gnomes in here. I think there's two, if you count this one as a gnome without a head. It is really cool that he's living in this snail shell. I guess your house is going to move around a lot if that's the case. Maybe it's like mobile home. And I think this woman is really neat too. I have her marked, but the butterfly wings on the birds are kind of cool. we've gone another step with the things living on the back of a turtle and given this turtle like furry legs. And it looks like mushrooms growing off of it. And then I like the little fairy sleeping on the dream catcher. And these birds are kind of neat, but here we have like brimstone or something coming down because there's flaming things falling from the sky. So they're not exactly in a safe environment. This one is just perfectly sweet, a unicorn with hydrangeas. I don't see anything particularly weird about it, although the trees are growing on the back of the unicorn. And so there's another gnome there. And this one rides a grasshopper. And it's living in the pitcher plants. Is it using that as a toilet? Oh my goodness. Sorry. And I thought this one was cute too. This is like a tree with a baby tree in its hands or something. The universe sending out a new baby tree. And I like this one here with the moons. And then we have a little baby dragon in a bottle. I'm not sure how that happens. Poor trapped baby dragon. And that's the end for that one. So, there's a lot more I could say about things, but I don't like my videos to get too long. Again, I will probably make a separate video even of my Gore of the Month kind of pages and just kind of regularly post that. If you have any ideas for adding pages to the Gore of the Month, then let me know. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed my commentary, and bye-bye.